I guess Southeast Asia is one of the fastest growing in digital market. It's looked up by a lot of countries out there. From China, from US, they see that the Southeast Asia will be a next hot market in the near future. My company is called Bukalapak. It's Indonesian words for open stores. So essentially we create an e-commerce platform, a marketplace where everyone can open the stores in the platform. We are now having over 4 million merchants in the platform, selling more than 100 million SKUs. And we are serving more than 50 million population of Indonesia. We are present in some countries other than Indonesia, such as Singapore, Malaysia, and also Hong Kong and Taiwan. We started in the company in 2010, so it has been 9 years since. Started with 3 people, myself and the other 2 co-founders. Their name are Zaki and Nugroho. So 3 of us were classmates back in college where we studied computer science. So we were all programmers or coders back then, and we were exposed into IT or e-commerce situation around the world. We were inspired to develop something similar for Indonesia. Some of our investors are Korean company, specifically Mirai and Naver. 2 of them are our investors. How we were end up having partnership with them was through small VCs. Before, Korean companies like Mirai and Naver, they didn't really invest in startup directly, but they invest in VC. They invest in VCs who invested in startups, right? So we were introduced by the VC into them, and then they were interested to invest directly into our company. So that's how we ended up having partnership with them. I think this event is really helpful. One is to grow your network, so you can find whatever potential parties or investors or clients or whatever that you think can be beneficial for the company. Second is regarding the knowledge itself, so you can get inspired, you can know what happens not just in your industry but also other industries, not just in your country but also around the world, where you can get a lot of inspirations. Hopefully what I can share in this event as well can inspire many people, potentially attract more potential partnerships in the future. So those kind of things are useful for entrepreneurs to get, because sometimes when the entrepreneurs are busy developing the company, they need to focus, in building the products, solving the problems, which is good. But sometimes it's also good to have a refreshing mindset and learn what happens out there. I guess first of all, you have to understand that when you launch your startup in other markets, the situation is not always the same. When you have companies or service like social media or chatting platform, the situation might be similar across the countries, right? The way you chat in Korea, in Southeast Asia, is the same. But when you talk about e-commerce, for example, the way people buy, the way people pay is not always the same. Maybe in Korea, everyone is using credit card, I don't know. But in Indonesia, no one is having credit card. Only 3% of population has credit card. So you have to adjust your e-commerce into local context. That's why it is good for you to have a local staff or local partners that can help you tailor your startup into the local country. I guess Southeast Asia is one of the fastest growing in digital market. We have over 600 million people, a strong middle class growth. So a lot of countries are transforming from middle class country or developing countries into developed countries. So the potential will be big in the future. That is why a lot of startups, a lot of technology are coming or proliferating in this region because of this fastest growth. That is why it's looked up by a lot of countries out there. From China, from US, they see that the Southeast Asia will be a next hot market in the near future. The vision of the company is always creating a positive impact to Indonesian society. We started with e-commerce platform which helps Indonesian SMEs to be able to grow or empowered using online platform. But recently we also expand into offline as well, partnering with traditional stores, mom and pop kiosks. So these kind of SMEs are now also helped by the platform. Going forward, we want to help more SMEs through our ecosystem. Either it's in online, either it's offline, either through fintech, either through whatever services that we are going to launch in the future. But the vision is always the same. How can we empower these SMEs to be able to create positive impact to Indonesian society overall?